Hello folks, I'm Paul Goodwin and welcome to Ghostball. Going to take a little break from baseball today. When I was eating breakfast this morning, I noticed this dogfight, aerial dogfight between two crows and a hawk. And I got as much of it on film as I could. I have no official capacity to do this, but it was fun, so I'm just going to tell you what I'm thinking. I'm going to let you watch the video first, and then I'm going to break down about 10 seconds of it. Hope you enjoy it. There are three basic ways to talk about lift over a wing. The first one is to simply stick your hand outside the car window and feel the push against your arm. The second one is called Bernoulli's principle, and the third one is the Coanda effect. First, I'm going to give you a watered-down version and briefly talk about Bernoulli's principle, and then I'll give you a demonstration of the Coanda effect. Cross-section of the aircraft wing on top is curved and is flatter on the bottom. You can't see that on this model, and you're not going to be able to see it on the aircraft you fly on, but it is curved on top and flatter on the bottom. This Christmas tree is the ground. I'm going to rotate your television this way just to create airflow at home because I don't have a machine that goes 200 or 500 miles an hour. So anything that goes this way is going to be going closer to the ground. Anything that goes this way is going to be flying. Here's the curvature again. We're just going to rotate it like this, the television screen. So I'm going to use this pencil so you know I'm not cheating. And there's our airflow. Water kicks the spoon back. You would think the same thing would happen. If we reverse it, it should kick it back this way again towards the ground, right? Anything this way is flying. But look at that. Creates a suction. That's called the Coanda effect. That kicks the spoon out. Boom, boom, boom. Now if I do this, don't try this at home. Leave this to the experts. What you're going to witness here is a coordinated defense plan set up by the crows. Crows are known as the humans of the skies. They have the ability to coordinate a plan. There are two ways to gain energy. One is to flap your wings, go forward, and get that airflow we were talking about over the wings. Or climb to an altitude, use gravity to give yourself energy, and the same result, get airflow over the wings. The whole point is to get airflow over the wings. What are the goals? The goal of the hawk is to get to the crow's nest, and he's going to do that by trying to get altitude and come down, either kill or hurt one of the crows. The crow's goal is to continuously harass the hawk enough that he can't gain that altitude. They do that by coming in, making contact, or disrupting the flight path of the hawk. Now they're both at a low energy state, and you'll see them start frantically flapping their wings, trying to get their energy back so they can keep that airflow over the wings and remain airborne. Unfortunately for the hawk, the second crow is now going to come in and harass him further while the first crow escapes and does the same thing over and over. The whole goal for the crows is to keep the hawk at a low state of energy. Meanwhile, this whole thing, they're falling through the sky towards Mother Earth. And at some point, either they're going to hit the ground or they're going to have to disperse. And that's what you're going to witness today. Okay, we're going to have three guys involved in this fight. Two crows and a hawk. Call sign for the crows are Scoundrel and Goblin, and for the hawk, Hoax. The birds will enter right here. This is Scoundrel, the first crow. He is above Hoax, the hawk. He disrupts his flight path. But now look at that. That puts Scoundrel in a compromising position. He is now in front of Hoax. This is Scoundrel right here. He's pulling up. And coming in on the left side here is Goblin. There's Scoundrel, Hoax, and there's Goblin. And look at that closure rate that Goblin has. He is screaming in there. Whoa! Look at that. And they become one. Now Goblin is in a bad position. Hoax doesn't like it. Look what he does. He extends his legs out, his talons out, and takes a swipe at Goblin. And now right there, he's in pretty much of a free fall. Look, right here, you can see those talons extended. Hoax is low on energy. He's going to have to get his airspeed up if he's going to do anything. Goblin making his escape. Hoax trying to build up energy. And look what Scoundrel's doing. He is getting ready to dive bomb right on to Hoax. He comes down. They swap positions. As Hoax is trying to get his airspeed up, Scoundrel hassles him. And Goblin is making his escape. And look at Hoax. Looks like he's in a grabbing position or a landing position. And now Scoundrel is below Hoax, so he's going to need help from Goblin again. And as Hoax sets his sights on Scoundrel, here comes Goblin. So here we've got Scoundrel, Hoax, the hawk, and Goblin. I'm going to set up the scenario and then give you 5 seconds to hit pause, and you can tell me what you would do. If you were Hoax. If you were a bird brain, which is actually a compliment. First thing is he's low to the ground. Second thing is he's low energy. And the third problem is Goblin is screaming down on him. If Goblin hits him when he's close to the ground, that could cause Hoax to crash. Oh, by the way, they are over a canyon. I don't know if you can tell that. They're over a canyon, so he's got a little bit more room to work with than it may first appear. Okay, your 5 seconds starts now. Okay, back. Here's what Hoax does. Goblin screaming down on him, low to the ground, and he does an aileron roll. He spins like this. Look at that. His feet are up in the air. His wings are pointed towards the ground. His back is pointed towards the ground, and that is to stave off Goblin first. He knows he cannot afford to have Goblin hit him, and he doesn't know exactly where Goblin is. Now he spins back around again. He extends his wings out, and that gets those lifties going over the airflow going over his wings so that he can start to create some lift. He points his nose to the ground, using gravity to pick up speed with his wings extended. As he picks up speed, more air is going to flow over his wings, the Coanda effect. And as all Hollywood movies do, they crash behind a mountain or a tree or something. I don't know who put that tree there, but it needs to be removed. He comes out the other side of the tree and cops a who-me low profile until he gets enough energy to pop up into the old club and calls it a day. That trio, by the way, is about 15 feet below where he did the spin maneuver. Goblin, on the other hand, why not? A little braggadocio, buzz the tower. And notice up here, Scoundrel is still guarding Goblin as they escape. And the skies are safe again. So that is a beautiful display of airmanship. We're going to have to go back in time here, and we're going to have to give old Hoax the Bonsai Award for such a brilliant display of airmanship. Very proud of you. You know, I don't care who wins. Hawks got to eat, and the crows has to defend the nest. Nature can be cruel, but it is always beautiful. So I hope you enjoyed that. If you liked the video, give me a thumbs up. If you didn't like the video, give me a thumbs up. And I'll play it one more time so you can look at it real time. Take care. Thanks for watching.